Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to simply and easily beat the 4th Void Intercept battle, the Dead Bride, completely solo and while using any character and playstyle of your choosing. This is because the build only requires a single common general weapon mod and a single common descendant module, making it extremely flexible. There's a few optional things that will offer some additional assistance, but are more just bonuses rather than requirements for the build. You likely already have these modules, but if you don't, I'll make sure to show where to get them a little later in the video. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right into the build. The main thing we want to focus on for this build is the attributes of the boss, and more importantly, this recommended attribute resistance of 1600. The reason why this is important is because it does the majority of chill damage. So obviously increasing your resistance to its main type of damage is extremely important. Another thing that will stick out to you is this thing called attribute resistance. This is something that the boss is going to be resilient to. As you can see here, it's very strong against chill, strong against poison, and normal against electricity, but it's very weak to fire. Keep that in mind because that's going to be very important later, and really the main part that we're going to use to be able to easily defeat this boss. So the main thing you want to do is make sure you're not getting, well, one shot. So go ahead and go over to this descendant module, and then go ahead and equip this very common mod called Cold Antibody. So you probably have a ton of these laying around, but if you don't, this is where you go to find them. So go ahead and go to your world map, head over to the left to the land called Vespers. Then you want to scroll all the way down to the lumberyard. Go ahead and go into this middle lumberyard tactical transporter, and go ahead and then go to this, and it has a 50% chance of dropping the mod for you. But essentially what you want to do is you want to upgrade one of those to level 5, because what that will do, it'll give you chill resistance plus 1635, which will obviously give you the recommended attribute resistance. And as far as for the other modules, just equip whatever you really feel like. And of course, if you have any external components that have chill resistances, feel free to put those on, but those aren't required, but will help out a little bit. And now for what really makes this build, and that's going to be one single mod under the general rounds weapon. I'm using a submachine gun, but you can use any weapon you want as long as it has or is under the classification of a general round. So the main thing you want to equip is this very common mod called Fire Enhancement. So what this will do is it will add a percentage of your firearm's attack and convert it into fire damage, which is obviously going to be extremely important to defeating this boss, as they are very weak to fire damage. And it doesn't matter if the weapon does some type of other damage, as long as you have this thing equipped, it will focus on the fire damage attribute. If you don't know where this mod is, I will show it on screen now. So you want to go ahead and head over to the Echo Swamp, and then scroll all the way over to the right, and go ahead and go to this outpost right over here called the Abandoned Zone, and then go ahead and do this little battlefield mission, and it has a 50% chance of dropping from this mission, and it only takes about 5 minutes or less. So if you should get it your first time, and you probably already have it, but if you don't, this is where you can you can easily go and get it. There's also another mod that you can use called the Superheated Gun barrel, which will basically increase your fire attack damage by 20%, but reduce your fire rate by 6%. This mod isn't required, but will help you out just a little bit by maybe reducing your time taken by maybe about 30 seconds to a minute. But it's not required, and I'll show gameplay of me using it with and without near the end of the video. All the other mods, feel free to use whatever is to your liking, as is, like I said, with any playstyle of your choice. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and show you some gameplay. Feel free to stick around if you want to see how I use it, but if not, I thank you for watching. And if you know anybody that can find this video useful, make sure to share with them. And also, if you found it useful, make sure to give it a thumbs up so it can reach more people out there. And if you want to see more build videos in the future, just go ahead and comment down below on what you want to see. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Alright, so this is going to be me just using this really simple build. I'm not using any high level gear or anything, so I'm not going to be doing and some incredible damage. I'm only have like what level 41, level 42, maybe 43 here. So this is just some live commentary of me playing on this playthrough. What you want to do is just kind of focus on shooting the destructible parts, which will glow blue and then yellow when they're broken. I'll give some commentary on how to evade certain attacks, but like I said, with the resistances you should be really quite fine. But with this attack, all you really want to do is, of course, I'm kind of in a bad environment right here, but essentially what you just want to do is just kind of strafe to either the left or the right and just keep shooting, and that will basically allow you to avoid most of the basically all the chill attacks. Those missile attacks are a bit more tricky as they're quicker, but you can just barrel roll out of their way or use your grapple, and you can dodge those attacks. You want to make sure you guys are killing these guys too, because they get very annoying, and if there's a lot of them, they will stun you and stun lock you for a long period of time. And they also will give you your ammo back, which is helpful. Love this attack, huh? But yeah, that's the main reason why I'm probably using a submachine gun. It's really just because of you can maintain your speed while also laying heat down on the enemy, which is obviously something great to have. And I'm also using Viessa for this gameplay for the sole reason of to show you that basically you can do this with any character, because of she does chill damage, right? And the boss is heavy resistant to chill damage, so you should be able to do it just fine if I'm beating them with Viessa. I gotta get out of here before I get stun locked. Or I could whiff. That was pretty bad. Don't hit on me. Yeah, just strafe. Sometimes the environment's pretty bad on this one, but just try your best. Circles will also really help, but make sure the radius is quite wide. Just kind of lay heat down. Like I said, feel free to use any weapon you want. I would recommend some type of weapon that allows you to, keep your movement. Just because if these things do hit you, then they'll do a lot of damage. And when you see the boss go immune, you want to make sure you're beginning to get your distance, because they're about to do their massive attack. This attack, which even with your resistance, it might not do a ton of damage, but if they hit you on top of and it makes you dodge that laser. I did not do it right here, but I still was able to tank it just because of the resistance. But if I was inside of this thing while also getting hit, it would have been not very good. So just try to keep away, because she also has a melee attack that will freeze you, so don't get cocky there. That's kind of lucky. And just shoot these little fuse points. It can be a little difficult, but yeah, as you can see here with my chill resistance, I'm taking like hard landing damage, but you don't want to stack damage. Best way to block that beam attack, in my experience, is just right before it goes off, just go ahead and do a dodge or a grapple away. Game's movement is pretty fire, so. And if you do break these things, it will take them out of the thing. I didn't break it right there. But you be careful though, because she'll go back to her normal attack patterns, but the little dome of freeze or whatever will still be active, so be careful there. Anytime she goes down like this, make sure to take that to your advantage and use your skills. Also, the main thing you want to do, just basically against any of these bosses, is just making sure that you're keeping your calm. Don't stress too much about the time. You'll have plenty of time if you just use these weapons and little modules. You'll be just fine. Just make sure you're focusing on staying alive, because that'll be the biggest killer of you. Not only does it take a lot of time to respawn, but also you'll get less rewards. Also, if you do rush the boss, which I'd still recommend doing, she will back up. And obviously that'll be kind of annoying, because then it's hard to grapple onto her. But don't try to rush it or anything. Just they break it. No matter how they break, she'll go down, and you'll be able to get her the same damage nonetheless using your skills and whatnot. While this stuff doesn't instantly kill you, it will do some of your health damage, And you know, if you're not being careful, you know, it can end up very bad for you. So. Straight. She was more of a tanky boss, though. I remember she was more of a major roadblock where I actually had to begin using, like, you know, the attributes and paying attention to, you know, what they were, like, telling me to do. So. Going immune once again, that's kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. Like I said, just bide your time, don't rush in, you know. Your time doesn't affect your rewards, so as long as you just complete it without deaths, you'll be fine. So. And also, don't try to use the cover, it'll get blasted, so just try to stay mobile. Fortunately, this game is really easy to stay mobile. Dang, my accuracy is sucking. I'm sorry for the bad gameplay, guys. Still getting used to playing PC again. I've been playing Elden Ring on the Xbox. So I'm getting used to PC again. And the reason why, like, I'm not playing Elden Ring on PC is because of I game share with my brother, so you know we'd both have to buy it if you know we played on PC. So I just buy it and then share it with him. Ah, I'm getting sunlocked. Guys are annoying. Give me ammo. Stop giving me the ammo I already have. Alright. Come on. There we go. Taking pretty long. This one's taking longer than most of my gameplay does. Probably because I haven't destroyed that shoulder yet, have I? Nope. Oh well. He's dead now, so. Game is game. Just like that. Is that boss dead? Go ahead and show another one. After I kind of show maybe this damage. That'll probably be better. Let me get my junk. So. Yeah, I probably did. Yeah, like, you know, quite a bit of damage right there. So.